Let's get this pot started.
All right, who would like to recap our 3 days ago session?
All right. A couple days ago, we talked and got our. Well, let's start from the beginning. Start from the top. We went to sleep. There was some chit chat with some people inside the barracks, but that doesn't really matter. That doesn't really affect our story. While we were sleeping, Zim decided to go to the blacksmith, asbestos. Yeah, asbestos. And find out about the weapons that he's crafting, and he challenged him to a craft off, which he won somehow, and so he got a free cold iron halberd in doing so. I don't know if he made that cold iron or not, did he? But he won a free cold iron halberd. And then after that, we woke up, talked to the guards and stuff about some of their acolytes that were missing, and only one returned back from the sewers. We took on a mission to go find out what was causing an undead uprising in the sewers. Went down into the sewers, found a couple of the acolytes, sent them back to the cathedral or the church, or whatever you want to call it, that they were from. And we ended up killing some undead minotaurs, some giant frogs, or toads, actually. And then we found a room that was trying to do a sacrifice / bring a paladin back to life, which Valrea said, "Not in my house, girlfriend," and put an end to it by making it to where they could not do that. And then we ended up killing all the zombies and undead that they had inside that room with them. We left the armor because it was just banging its head against Ultron's wall. And we chased down the bad guy, whose name escapes me for a second. What was his name? Yeah, Mad Lucian. We ended up chasing down Mad Lucian. After he tried to trick us with a quick illusion, we didn't fall for it. And thanks to some lucky dice, we were able to take him out. And that's where we ended.
Very good, very good. I would never say thanks to lucky dice. It was thanks to skilled play and sound strategy.
Well, the reason I said lucky dice is because I rolled the 1 on my wild surge to give me the tendrils.
Hey, sound strategy.
Fair enough. Thanks to our amazing skills, we defeated everyone except for a suit of armor, which we ended up taking care of later. We just, tied it up. We just kind of like that. Yeah.
We should have found out we could have taken that suit of armor.
You can rename the weapon. It has a little pencil on it if you go into your inventory and you click on it.
See?
You can do customize and you can rename it whatever you want to.
I'll leave it Zim's Defender for
And
now.
you can also put notes inside of there. So you can put notes in there that it's a cold iron weapon, which I put notes on my description thing on it, but it looks like it didn't put any of my flavor text on your character sheet of it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Which isn't a big deal, but just for funsies, you can click on it and add any notes on there that you want to.
Oh, well, good.
Silvered and adamantite are the only two that D&D Beyond has in there as a property.
Oh, you should have told me that. I'm renaming my short swords now.
Yeah, you certainly can. Yeah, go in there and name them. Thunder and lightning.
Bastard sword. Only friend.
Bastard sword is a thing.
Kindness and love. Kill with kindness and love.
No, going with pain and suffering.
Oh, classic.
Well, alrighty. So, now that we've done that, I think we need to loot some bodies.
All right.
And go
So you
collect some.
brought Mad Lucius's body back into the chamber where he'd been doing the summoning,
Yeah.
and everyone else is back in there as well. Zim, for the sake of what's going on here, will say that the sleep spell has not worn off yet. He's just stuck asleep for whatever reason. And
Ultron to carry him
guard
around.
over his body. Yep. Guard his sleeping self. The animated armor, for whatever reason, has kind of just receded into the corner, and it's just stopped there.
Aha! Suck it, armor.
If you attack it, it may have a different result. The body of the paladin on the pedestal there is still burning, almost entirely burned up.
I would like to some frost onto him to put out the fire.
Is your breath attack available, or did you use it up already?
It's available, but I don't want to attack him with it. I just want to.
You want to use a portion of it to put out the
little,
fire?
No, maybe take my nose and just snort some frost out and put him out a little bit.
Make an Arcana check. Let's see how in tune you are with your draconic nature.
Oh, I am in tune with myself. 17.
Yeah, you're able to control your breath well enough that you're able to channel it just to put out that fire there without causing any damage or blowing the bones around or anything like that. So,
is he recognizable at all still?
With the frost on top of the fire, it's pretty brittle. It kind of looks like if you took coals from a grill and then dumped them into a bucket of water real quick, they turn real gray real fast and pretty ashy. That's what he looks like. The armor that had been on him is, for the most part, ruined with a combination of heat and ice that went on there. You would be able to tell the sigil that was carved into the armor still, but you wouldn't be able to tell any identifying features of his face or body or anything like that. You would only be able to tell he's human at this point.
Okay, so there's nothing that would be able to say, like, this is the person, just the sigil, huh?
It's the armor that he's wearing that is pretty bad off also, but anybody who knows him personally might still be able to identify it.
Would I be able to salvage, like, ripping off just that sigil part?
Sounds like he kind of brittle and all apart.
Yeah, you'd be able to take just the like the breastplate portion of the armor to just carry that.
Yeah, I just want to take the part that has the sigil on it, put it inside the bag of holding.
Yeah, you should be able to do that without problem.
I would also like to investigate the room and see what all was there, especially Mad Lucian as well, because I know you said he had a spell book and a wand, but I don't know what else. So I want to see what kind of stuff Zim and Valrea might have use of.
Alright, so I'm going to have you guys do one investigation for this chamber and all the bodies in it, and then any other chambers or places you want to do, you guys can do investigations.
One as in one for the whole group, or each person do one?
One each. Everybody can make their investigation roll for this chamber and all the bodies in it. You don't have to specify what in here you're specifically searching. Just your investigation will let me know kind of who's finding what. Alright, so we got a 20, we got a 16, 13. I'm waiting for Amanda's and Hajile's.
12 invest.
No, mine was the 20.
Oh, there's a 20, okay. So yeah, just Amanda's.
Yeah, plus 5 helps.
4 players. Alright, so we'll start with the lowest and kind of work our way up. Amanda, with your 12 investigation, throughout the room, you're finding a lot of different alchemical ingredients. You're finding a lot of different spell ingredients, including another 300 gold worth of residuum that was being used for this ritual. Since you were able to very successfully stop the ritual before it had been completed, that residuum was not used up. So you're able to accumulate that additional residuum supply from the ritual that was going to be used.
Thank goodness you stopped it.
Next up, Arion, with your 13 investigation, you're able to find that this tunnel that's on the right side of the room does go right up to where the funguses are. It looks like there's a lever inside of here that when you pull it, it puts some kind of cold air on the funguses, putting them to a slumber-type state, allowing that passageway to be used.
And that's on the right? Okay.
Yep. So you find this tunnel goes through here, and there's a hidden latch on the wall on the right side that if you use that lever, it puts a cold air magically onto that fungus, putting them all asleep, allowing you to traverse through that hallway without incident.
Can you pluck the funguses while they're asleep?
You can try.
No, I'm not going to.
I'm going to pull the lever.
Okay, yep, you pull the lever, icy cold comes down through some vents that you didn't see previously, and just rains over all the fungus inside of there. You see them kind of shrivel down into a dormant state.
Wrong lever.
Right lever!
I don't even have that lever.
Oh, the switch.
You don't know how long that stays in effect for, but you know that currently they're in a dormant state.
Oh.
We'll go up to the next one. 16 investigation, Heskan. You have currently Mad Lucius with you, so you kind of raffle through his bodies. You found that wand already. You found the spellbook already. You dig into his pockets where you cut yourself on something and you weren't really sure what, and you find another eggshell of a Chardalon. As you pull it out of his pockets, make a Constitution saving.
It's always you, Bill. It's always you.
Another 17. Wait,
All right.
plus my modifier, which is 3, so it's 20.
All right, perfect. So as you pull it out, you feel black tendrils stream off of the eggshell and attempt to penetrate into your dragon skin, and you manage to shrug it off. You feel, even for you, you feel cold on your hand. It doesn't turn black or anything like that, but you get the impression that if you had a lower constitution, if you were more of a sickly type of person, like say a mage, instead of a barbarian, that this may have had some kind of effect on you.
So he might not have been wanting to do it. He just took over him.
So that's what you find out with that. But you are currently holding onto this eggshell that you recognize immediately as matching the other ones that you've seen that are eggshells of a Chardalon.
Aha! Well,
another one.
I think we might be able to get another item or two for this eggshell.
Ha
Do I recognize or can I read the spellbook? Like, do I know what language it is? Like, who might it go used to?
It's a wizard spellbook.
Okay, we don't have any wizards in the group.
You need a wizard, Heskan.
No, I can be your wizard, Harry.
So,
Oh, Hajule. Sorry.
you do speak a Draconic, so you can kind of see that it has the spell shield inside of it. It has sleep, false life, charm person, web, suggestion, hold person, and animate dead.
Valrea. Can you put use to any of these spells if you had this book?
Can she read Draconic?
I can.
All right. Well, I will give this book to you. Do what you want with it. Learn what you can. Sell what you want. Whatever it is you spell types do.
I'll figure something out with it.
Perfect. Yes.
That's huge.
And a magic wand. I'm assuming we just take this to a vendor, or does anyone have use of a wand?
I'll take it too.
All right. Here you are. I believe Zim can identify it once he's awake. Don't want to interrupt his beautiful dreams.
Yep, he's having a great dream right now.
I bend down really low, crouch next to him, and twirl Zim's hair. And go,
I believe he's dreaming of lost things.
Oh, look at him cuddle with Ultron.
Yes.
He must be dreaming of busty women, all of 2.5 feet tall.
Right, total gold that you find on Mad Lucius, you find a total of 350 gold.
Excellent.
Alright, so that goes to the 16 investigation. The 20 investigation, Hajile. You're searching everything else. You find a hidden lever on the pedestal that the paladin's body is on, and a drawer slides out from underneath it. Inside of it is a jeweled dagger.
Ooh.
I can't wait for you to throw this and not find it.
This is a stabby stab.
Additionally, you do find a spellbook on the apprentice's body that had turned into a zombie. If you let someone with Draconic, do you speak Draconic?
Do I speak Draconic? No, I do not speak
I think
Draconic.
that's speak.
Okay, yeah, you don't know what spells are inside of it, but...
I speak
it has-
Draconic.
Well, Hajile's the one that found it, so... So you find that jeweled dagger as well as the spellbook on the apprentice's body. And throughout all of the different bodies that are inside of there, an additional 50 gold.
You get the least amount of gold. Sucker.
I got 0.
I'm gonna have to start stealing.
All Arion found was a light switch.
Have you looked at your own gold supply recently, by the way?
Who's?
Me?
Yeah.
Because you got robbed, didn't you?
I will draw your attention to when you were all arguing in front of the temple, you all made perception checks that were all low.
I know. I lost 5 gold, remember? We didn't all have bad rolls.
Does the note that I put in
Arion's is
there
good.
show for you?
Hmm?
Does the note that I put in there show for you?
For me?
Yeah, there's a note in your inventory.
Oh, let me see. Oh, it does.
Okay. So as you're adding that money that you find to your coins, you may take note of that.
Okay.
Note of the note. All right.
So that's what you guys find within this chamber.
Now, I've already got the sigil from this poor paladin. May he rest in peace, or ashes, or whatever he rests in. I will go ahead and take Mad Lucian and the apprentice's body. We'll carry them out of here as well as evidence the job is done, as well as let them know this eggshell situation. They might not have been doing it under their own fruition. Who knows? But I believe we are due a reward, so maybe we can cash in and go shopping. Haha! I know Valrea loves her shopping.
Do we want to go through the mushrooms?
No.
Not at all. That sounds terrible.
Horrible
But-
idea.
Worst idea.
How about we race, Arion? You go through the mushrooms, we'll go the long way and see who gets there first.
I don't even know how to say this first.
Haha. Yes. Chicken out, lassie. Well then, shall we go the same way we came? I believe there was a zombie that ran away we might be able to kill on our way out. Or shall we go through the tunnel that Mad Lucian was trying to lead through?
Isn't there another tunnel on the left?
There is a tunnel on the left.
I'd rather go the way we know.
All right,
Just
Hajila,
in
you
case.
go over there to check out that tunnel.
Ah, what have you done, Hajile? Haha! Zim is still asleep. That'd be
All
full of
right, so
treasures.
as you go to that tunnel, you see a zombie that had been running away,
One giant toad's on the way.
Valrea, and there appears to be a giant being, or a large being rather, not giant, made entirely of water, devouring it.
Oh no.
Probably the zombie. Maybe he's a good guy.
Okay.
Can I do some kind of check to see if I recognize it?
I'm gonna do a nature check. No, would it be
Nature
nature?
I want you to do a stealth check, buddy, so he doesn't see you and devour your ass next.
Okay. Health check.
I rolled a 4 on my nature check. What do I know about this guy? He's wet?
You know that it looks like the water's come alive and seems to be eating a zombie.
Haha! Well, I wish we had this guy to begin with.
Roll a 13.
13 nature. You've heard of water elementals and different things of water. You might have heard of water weird once in passing, but you don't really know much about them.
Yes, this water is weird. I agree with you, Arion.
I'm gonna do an Arcana check.
All I know is it's a good thing Zim's asleep, because his oil would not mesh well with this guy.
You know that it's a large elemental type that's neutral. They typically just reside in different bodies of water.
Leave it alone.
And that's just where they live. This one has taken up residence here and seems to be enjoying living off of the waste and dead things that make their way over to this part of the water.
Alright, guys. Nothing really to see here. Let's go.
You know that they don't survive on land. They have to stay in water.
Alright, guys. Let's just.
They do understand Aquan, but they can't speak themselves.
Okay, nothing really to see over here. Let's just go on out.
All right. So which way are you guys going?
Follow me, everybody. And I've got Mad Lucian and the bodies with me. So FYI.
Okay. All right. Going back up that way.
Yes.
Okay. Are you going back towards the entrance?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. There's nothing that I mean, you encounter some of the zombies that are running away, from Valrea still. It occurs to you that as soon as, I mean, it's still running. It's still afraid of Valrea. It hasn't stopped that. So as Valrea gets closer, it continues moving further away.
Is Ultron going to pick up Zim and carry him out?
Yep, yeah. Ultron's picking up them. So you keep going that way. It keeps running.
Maybe Barbarian needs to stay behind.
As it gets here, the two mud mephits pop back out and start attacking it. And that does finish it off.
Ah, yes. I say we leave the mud men alone.
They
Can we
drop
stalk
back
around
into
them?
the mud at that point.
Should we just sample his blood or no?
Oh, what is happening?
What blue thing? That's Zim.
Yes. Zim is a tricky little rascal.
There's nothing else you guys are going to encounter on the way out unless you stop by any other rooms that you may have
Oh.
ordered going.
I would like to do an inspection roll on this room.
That room right there?
Yes.
Alright, make your roll.
I'd like to investigate. Ah, nat 20.
Alright, you find signs of scuffled dirt that's been disturbed where it looks like there had been a fight here at some point.
I rolled a 20 for that.
Yep.
That's the room you searched.
There's
Oh
nothing
my
else.
golly. Let's get the F out of here. That's useless.
We're waste of a nat 20.
Scuffled mud, boys and girls. We already checked all these. We already checked all these rooms.
Yeah, we fought in those rooms.
Yeah, we already checked them.
Upstairs.
Alright, so you guys go back up. You're back into the city. As you get up to the warehouse shed, the utility shed that you're allowed to get into, you do find that there is a cleric waiting there for you. So as you leave, I'm just going to leave this map up even though you're not in this room anymore. You open the warehouse door. Ah! I see that you all survived. The acolytes came to get us. They told us that you were needing help. I was the first cleric available, and I was just coming down to meet you, but it looks like you have everything well in hand.
Ah, yes. Only help we needed was to carry a dead body or two. Everything else was tip-top shape. No worries.
Do you need assistance with that, or has that been addressed?
No, he's dressed. He's not naked.
Thanks for coming. We got it.
But
Very well.
where can who can we speak to about this situation? As there are some very important matters to speak of that we have discovered.
I assume that you'd want to report back to High Priest Bartholomew.
Ah, yes, old party. Where can we find him?
The Temple of Bahamut. Have you not been there before? I was told you'd been there frequently.
Ah, that must have been someone else. I'm just pulling your tail. Ha! We're on our way. Thank you, sir. And what was your name again, cleric?
Hazon.
Hazon. Ah, yes.
Hazon Dakir.
Okay. Well, we'll tell them that you are very, very helpful.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll nominate you for Cleric of the Month.
Alright, Valrea, make a perception check while they're talking.
Oh, boy.
That name sounded familiar.
Hazon?
No, the duck here.
Well, Valrea, be perceptive. We need this. Can't afford losing more monies.
15, you notice that his holy symbol is not a symbol of Bahamut.
Oh,
What is it?
You've never seen it before. Make a religion check.
Probably the same as the guy we just killed, Mad Lucians. Yeah, that's why he wanted the bodies.
$17. You've heard of it in passing. It's a very small cult-like religion called the Triad. It's dedicated to Ilmater, Helm, and Torm, all put together. The Triad believes that those three had died, and a piece of each of their essence were fused into one, and members of the cult of the Triad believe that they're serving all three and all three's interest at the same time until a soul is reincarnated to take up the mantle of the god that all three of them represent.
Right.
All right. Well, Hazon. I believe we will get you on the flippity flop.
Stay safe.
Always. And
As you leave, he goes into the tunnel that you just came out of.
As he goes by, I sleight of hand to pickpocket.
Okay, make your sleight of hand.
I did.
17. Okay.
you burned your hand on a forbidden object.
As you go to pickpocket him, his hand catches your wrist, and he looks at you in the eyes, gives a little bit of a smile, and then keeps walking.
That's a really good perception he's got on there, man.
Anybody
wisdom, and he's a cleric.
Anybody wonder why he's going back in the hole?
Just saying, perception based on wisdom.
Just saying. Yeah, I forgot.
Hey.
I forgot.
Questions?
Maybe not the best class to when you know that it's a cleric to try pickpocket.
You put him to sleep.
Well, no, it's okay. I was just practicing.
But Hajule,
Yeah.
question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Had it come to blows, do you think you could kill that man?
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not.
Not. Well, you are a weak little rogue. Okay. What I was going to suggest is maybe you follow him to see what he's up to. Why would he go back down the hole by himself after we told him all was hunky-dory? Seems a little suspicious to me.
Sounds like a good idea, but he's already aware of me. I'd have to be extra sneaky.
Why is he aware of you?
Don't ask that question.
I believe I already did, but okay. Valrea, you're of the kind of same mind as that man, almost. I mean, obviously a better mind. Do you know why he might go down there?
To do an investigation?
By himself? I guess you would know better. All right.
You already said that it's taken care of, so he probably doesn't think there's anything to fear.
I don't know. Seems suspicious.
I find it strange too.
Well, we shall ask old Barty about Phazon. Tazon.
Days on.
See why he might be going down there.
Alright. So do you make your way back up to the Temple of Bahamut, or you start making any other stops on the way?
Let's go straight to Bahamut so I can get this eggshell out of my hand and get a reward and drop off these dead bodies.
Alright. You make your way through there. Make perception checks, everybody, as you're walking through the town carrying a couple dead bodies.
Perception?
Yeah, perception.
Perception rolls a -1. 11.
Alright.
15.
Hajile, you notice that you've got, some onlookers. A lot of people are definitely giving you a wide berth with you guys carrying some bodies, kind of trailing some blood behind you. Because you definitely are trailing blood behind you.
That's right.
And you have Ultron, which most people have never seen anything like Ultron before, carrying what appears to be the body of a gnome.
That's right.
They don't
Hey, no, he's holding him like this. Like a little baby.
He's snoring. Don't joke.
Hey, cleric, you might want to put the townspeople at ease. Get in front of us or something.
She has a name, not cleric. We don't call you rogue.
I meant it in the utmost respect.
Kind of like saying judge, to a judge. It's the.
I believe you have to say your honor.
I mean, I can get in front, but it probably would still look weird.
Maybe if we put our hands on each other's hips and kicked our legs out to the right and the left and the right and the left as we walked. We'll call it a Heskan line.
Is there anything that you can do to make them at ease? I mean, we need the space. But...
I'll handle this. Everybody beware! We are heroes here, and we have saved your town. We are going to the Temple of Bahamut. If you want to give us money as tips, we will take them gladly.
All right.
You're welcome.
Persuasion or performance, depending on which way you want to go with that.
I'll go whichever one's higher is what we'll go with. Performance is +1. Persuasion is +3. We'll persuade.
Oh, please, Lord.
14.
All right. So you feel like you're doing what you can do to put the crowd at ease to a degree.
I'm easing their minds.
And those of you with higher perceptions, Amanda, Arion, I'm sorry, it says Amanda in the chat, that's why I said Amanda instead of Valrea, Arion, and Hajile, you notice that more kids are following you now.
Oh yeah, party.
So you got like
parade?
kids follow you, kind of watching, they're very interested in what's going on in this.
This is a death parade now.
when I start noticing the kids, then I'd like to also persuade even more.
Well, your perception might not notice the kids.
I didn't notice the kids?
Perception.
Heskan loves the kids, man.
Alright, we'll make another perception. We'll see if you picked up on that there's kids.
Okay, I'll do that.
I'm not carrying any bodies, right?
Nope, not unless you want to suddenly start carrying a body.
Perception is 13
I think
that time.
Heskan's
13.
the only one carrying a body.
Yeah, I'm carrying 2 bodies.
Yeah, you've picked up on that some of the neighborhood kids are following you with a lot of interest in what's going on here.
Okay. Aha! Yes, little ones! Join us! Learn how to be heroes! One day you can save the town too! Haha! Tally-ho! Let's go! Left! Right! We're going back to the temple, alright?
The next time Heskan's in Moonbrook, he wonders, why are all the children dead? Oh,
They're not dying.
adventuring. They went off adventuring thinking they could do it too.
That's right.
Yeah, he's a bad influence.
Some Dragonborn told them all they could be heroes.
I'm gonna
Ah
shoot
yes,
it
you
away.
kids will be heroes in no time. Stick with me, and you'll never go hungry again! That's Lion King for you, by the way.
Hey, this guy says he's giving away food. He says he's giving food to all the hungry kids. Hey,
Ah yes, only the kids, old man. Nice try.
Mister, you got bread? Are you giving bread or candy away?
He's giving away apples.
I'll be back later with the bread. I have to turn in the body first. Then I'll get my bread. And I
They
wink.
follow you a little bit further away, but they're still following you.
That's right.
And you finally make your way over to the Temple of Bahamut with a little bit of fanfare.
Woo!
The acolytes
The legend is
immediately
growing.
recognize you, and you do see 2 of the ones that you saved near the entrance there, having their wounds tended to.
Ah, yes, gentlemen. Welcome back home. I'm glad you made it safely. Now, if you don't mind, where can I find Bartholomew?
He's in his office as usual. He's got a lot of work to do, but I think he'll make time for you.
I think so too.
I'm glad you're not zombies.
Ah, yes, would have hated to kill you. Again.
If we were zombies, I think we would already be dead.
That's why I said again.
That's what I said. I'm glad you're not zombies.
Would have killed you again.
But we would have already been killed if we were zombies.
That's why we kill you again.
We
You died
were
once.
Killing a zombie, not me.
Then I killed a zombie,
No
so
longer me.
2 times.
Go behind that. Push Heskan into the temple a little bit faster. Just
Yeah, I'm already walking away.
Hey,
So you-
hey, wait for me!
Carrying the 2 you said 2 bodies, right? You're taking...
The Acolyte and Mad Lucian.
Okay.
Let's start the Apprentice and Mad Lucian.
Okay. So the apprentice's body's a lot worse for wear because his skin kind of started falling off when he became zombified, and then he got killed as a zombie after being killed as an acolyte, so
Okay.
he's pretty rank.
Well, hey, the kids didn't mind.
Mad Lucian's is not near as bad. It's actually pretty decently preserved. It's got definitely the slash marks in it that you cut into him, but he's not like rotting or anything
I
like
went
that.
damn hard.
So you hit him hard a few times. You crit him. If you don't recall.
Oh, I recall. Ah, yes.
And he's got like black score marks from some kind of necrotic damage that he had taken. Yeah, so that's what the body looks like. That's what you bring into the office of High Priest Bartholomew. Ah, welcome back. I'm glad to see you all made it safely, and I am most pleased that you were able to rescue 2 of my acolytes that were in there.
Oh, yes, just sorry we could not save more. Now, Bartholomew, before we begin, did you know of any paladins going missing recently?
There's always paladins off questing and doing various tasks that will occasionally go missing or be gone on a task or quest for a while. They
Well,
don't always report back. Sometimes they report to a different temple in a different city.
allow me to put these bodies down if all right with you.
He motions over to a clear spot on the floor.
All right, put them
Please
down.
do.
I reach inside my bag of holding and take out the sigil and show it to him. Do you recognize this sigil? It was on a paladin that they were trying to reanimate and bring back from the dead. They were performing a ritual on him.
Sir Eckhart, he was Paladin of Torm, one of our friendly neighbors to the temple, just down the road.
All right.
Valiant man. I fought with him before in the wars, but I did not know he was missing.
Well, he's not missing anymore. We have found him. So I will take this to the Temple of Torm and let them know about their Eckhart. But first, I believe we have some business to attend to. I found another eggshell. Was inside of this Mad Lucian, I believe his name is, inside of his pocket. So I'm not sure if he was doing it under his own free will or if he was being controlled by the egg.
Huh. I had heard stories that one of the recent apprentices or students at the Arcane Academy had recently started behaving strangely before being expelled recently. I suppose this is him. Found an eggshell. This is disturbing. That's 2 of them popping up in the same town in a short period of time. Can't be a coincidence.
Ah, yes, it's almost like Easter for us. We're just finding eggs everywhere.
Jesus.
Yes, Jesus. That's the day of his birth or something like that. My wisdom and intellect are not very high.
Are you just holding the eggshell this whole time, or did you wrap it in a cloth or anything?
I was holding it. I'm not
So
very
you were
wise
holding it
mentally.
at the same time as carrying 2 bodies?
Yep, I had 2 bodies on one arm, and I had the eggshell on the other.
Alright, what's your carrying
Well, he
capacity?
had it on the bag of holding.
My carrying capacity?
Yeah, because you also have a pretty hefty arsenal of weapons that are spread all about you.
I don't know. I'm not encumbered, it says. Because I'm unencumbered. Capacity is 285 pounds.
Okay, so you were definitely walking real slow carrying those 2 bodies.
Yeah, that's fine.
with you.
It was a parade. I was cha-chaing right down the road while I was walking slow. Hey!
That wasn't the cha-cha, that was your legs about to give out. They were shaking.
Hey, that's very true, Valrea. Good eyes. You got me. I was trying to act tough, but they were some heavy folk.
Unencumbered, you're at 164 pounds is your current carried amount.
Me?
Yeah, you're currently carrying 164 pounds of stuff.
164 out of 285.
Sounds like you need to get rid of some stuff.
Well, no, I also have my bag of holding. I can put some stuff in.
Still weighs the same, doesn't it?
No.
No, my bag of holding
does.
holds up to 500 pounds.
Yeah, the bag of holding just weighs the half a pound or whatever a bag weighs.
I
Everything
forgot.
inside of it doesn't weigh anything. Yeah, your backpack's got 59 pounds, so we'll assume that's all bag of holding weight.
Exactly, yes.
The bag of holding is 15 pounds.
Yes.
So you can go into your thing and put add items to bag of holding, so you can pick the items that you have inside of your gear and put those in the bag of holding.
We'll start doing that.
If you click on your bag of holding there,
I see it. Yes.
just so you know.
Yes. I know now.
Alright. So, anyway. Right. This is very disturbing. I'm going to have to call a meeting of the council to discuss what's going on here. In the meantime, I would suggest that you take the body of this Bad Lucius to the Archmage at the Academy. He'll most definitely want to know what happened to one of his students. I take it the other body next to it must have been his apprentice or friend or something?
Ah, yes, he was. So I wanted to make sure that he was aware that, in case he knew him, I don't know, never know.
Yes, I'm not familiar with either of these 2 beings, but the Academy most certainly will. As far as the shell of a Chardalon,
Yes,
we do
speaking
need to
of
make
that,
sure it is taken care of.
I know you will, but I believe there was also some talk of compensation for cleaning the sewers, as well as for the shell as well, I believe, hopefully.
Correct. For taking care of the problem going on inside of the sewers and catacombs, we'd already forwarded you 400 gold of residuum. I believe that to do the enchanting that your friend Zim had requested would be an additional 1,000 gold of residuum. We'll see to it that that's taken care of for you.
Did you already time out? Zach Moore's time out. Did you already do the enchanting?
Yeah, I already put that on your weapon.
Alright, okay.
So, that part will take care of the actual mission of rescuing our acolytes that we sent down there and taking care of the problem. As far as this shell of a Chardalon, that takes additional consideration. What did you have in mind that you felt was appropriate for that?
Personally, do you have any kind of real quick, Zach Moore's timeout. Does Ultron only use his fists, or does he use weapons as well?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because
Because
What about potions?
we just got a brand new longbow for Arion. I got
Well,
a
he
new
wouldn't
halberd.
use potions.
I know you got a new dagger just now. We just need to identify it. Valray, are you in need of any kind of weaponry or anything like that, or not really?
I'm fine for now.
Not for now. Okay.
Remember, she's a walking armory.
Yeah,
What
she
about
was
you?
a big
Finish your
house.
haste.
I know that Zim will probably need armor for either himself or Ultron.
That's what I was thinking. Either get
Maybe a
Ultron a weapon if he uses them, or armor depending on if he doesn't use the weapon. Was my thought. Try to load our Ultron up if we can.
So you wouldn't put armor on the Steel Defender because he's got natural armor, and natural
Right.
armor doesn't stack with regular armor.
Okay.
Unless the regular armor is higher than his natural armor. Which
Must
he's
be like
got
a
15
ring, another
natural
ring or
armor.
something too.
Yeah. So
Even magical
or
stuff?
rings or bracers, magical stuff like that would do something for him, an amulet, things like that. But putting on like a breastplate, putting on a full plate,
Right.
it would just be the higher of the two. It wouldn't stack on top of his 15.
Hey, Amanda, look over at Vam and tell him to take a quick time out of
As
Lost Ark
far
and ask him about
as
the weapon.
no, let him just think. As far as his proficiency, it itself is not proficient with any weapons or anything like that. So it could use them, it just would not get a bonus to hit with them.
Gotcha.
So that wouldn't really be worth it.
It might be.
What about a faster CPU?
I don't.
And currently it does 1d8 force damage, which can actually be better than a lot of weapons
Okay, force
because
is pretty
it's doing
solid.
force. Yeah, force is a very solid weapon or damage type because very few things are immune to force damage or resistant to it. So it's dealing force damage as opposed to bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. So like if it hit you, you wouldn't take half damage. You would take the full damage from it. For example, if you were raging, you'd still take full damage from it hitting you.
Gotcha.
So things that might benefit it would be like bracers of armor, things like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, he said anything that would give him armor would be best.
Otherwise, you could do like a suit of full plate on it because the full plate would be more total armor than the 15 it already has. It would just override its 15
How
natural
much more
armor.
is it? Maybe 2 more?
Full
One.
plate?
Yeah.
Full plate's like 18 armor. That'd be 3 extra armor.
That'll be good.
Ah, yes. Let's do that. Let's armor up Ultron with some full plate. We don't need him blowing up like last time, like in the sewers.
Yeah, full
Get a
plate. is
blowtorch
18
and just
armor.
melt some full plate to him.
Yes.
Yep.
We'll make him a Mach 5.
And full plate itself is usually 1,500 gold.
Okay, so yeah, that'd be fun. Just get some full plate, maybe a potion of speed or something if possible.
Yeah, that'd be reasonable. We could have Hephaestus help out Zim there on changing your Steel Defender Ultron into a full plate version of himself, and give you an additional. I think we can probably get our alchemist to make 2 potions of speed for the work you've done here.
Ah, amazing. Now I know Zim can probably do this himself, but could we enchant that full plate with some of this residuum to add some kind of resistance?
Yeah, that should be doable. It'd be about 500 gold worth of residuum to do.
I believe we have that, don't we?
Can it be a knockback?
Amanda, how much residuum did we find? Is it 400?
I have 300.
300 residuum. And didn't Vam find some too? Or someone else find
He
some?
did.
Or no?
Someone else did find some as well.
So we should have 500 residuum, right?
Yeah, you should have that much.
Okay. What kind of resistance do we want to add, guys?
Where is it adding?
Adding
anytime.
resistance to the full plate, so like fire resistance or.
What about knockback?
Knockback wouldn't be a resistance specifically.
A buff, I think.
You'd be more of looking like an element. Frost, fire, acid, poison. It's already immune to a few things.
I was gonna say.
But like fire, ice.
Or acid?
How about ice? That way you could stand in the middle of your cone, Heskan.
Ah, yes.
That actually is a pretty good idea.
All right. We have the residuum. add frost resistance. That way, if he gets hit by my cone damage, he's resistant to it.
Oh, he was saying fire. But
Oh, he wants
Rather
fire?
than That would
Okay.
make
He
sense
probably
for
wants
what
fire in
does
case he puts
with
oil and
his
gets lit on
grease
fire.
and oil thing.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
You can stand in the middle of that and
All right.
Yeah, that's
problematic.
Yes, we have some
Yeah.
residuum. If you could add some fire resistance to it too, that'd be grand. Zim is still sleeping after quite a long night out.
But every now and then he still goes, Ultron.
I'm holding him now.
Ah, yes. Valria, please make sure to be careful. Sometimes he likes to think he's a baby.
Pat him like I'm burping him.
He goes,
Ultron needs fire resistance.
But I think that would suffice. Maybe we take a long rest. I can't cast that.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you want me to cast?
Wait.
Maybe we take a long rest and come pick that gear up in the morning, and then we might hit the streets and see what the vendors have available as well.
I would highly suggest that you visit the Archmage before you go looking too far. He would most likely have a reward for you as well.
Yes,
before I
great
go,
idea. Well,
wait, before I go, I was wondering, do you recognize this dagger? I pulled out the drill dagger.
I'm big mountain dude like that.
I do not. That does appear to be magical, though.
Zim can identify it.
Thank you.
Oh, what about that? Do we want to ask him about the other?
The other spellbook? I was going to ask one of you draconic guys once we get to our place.
We can ask when we get to the Archmage. We can do that. All right. Well, if you don't mind, Bartholomew, we're going to go take the bodies back to the school of the Arcana Mage people. Do you mind if we have a free place to stay here again?
Of course, you are always welcome in the House of Bahamut.
Oh, thank you.
Before you go, though, and he goes over and he casts a spell on each of the bodies, just to make sure they don't come back.
Oh, thank you. If you could also put some Febreze on them, I think people would really appreciate it.
The spell took care of that as well.
Excellent.
That's verbs.
All right. Tally-ho, shall we go to
Which
the
way?
Temple of the Archmage people first?
Which way is the one?
The Arcane Academy
Yes.
would be where the Archmage is at. The Temple of Torm is just like 3 temples over.
We're going to go to the Arcane
What about
Academy
the
first,
Archmage?
then Torm, on our way back to Bahamut.
Okay. Now, I'm going to hold off until Bam's able to actually play for the Arcane Academy because there's things there that he may have interest in, his character may have interest in.
Okay.
So if
Let's
you
go
want to do
Torm.
Torm here tonight, we can. Otherwise, we can hold off until next session.
We also have that letter from the guards that we still have to turn into the guards.
Oh, yeah, there's that thing. We still need to turn in a lot of guys.
We were pulling an Arion and just forgetting about our missions for a minute there. What's that?
So we
Who's
should
this
turn
body?
that in so they can, have that. Because it should have been at least a day ago we turned that in.
All right. Let's go turn. I'll follow you, Valria. I will follow you wherever you may go. Sometimes I think I should have been a bard. My beautiful singing voice is being lost sometimes.
It's still something you can pick up.
That's true. I could learn to sing one day.
Depending on his charisma score.
Imagine me.
For multi-classes.
Pretty high.
I am very charismatic, with a charisma I would say of a +1 for 12 total.
He may not be able to take Bard yet.
I don't think so.
I think you need 13 to be Bard.
Mama said I could be a bard one day.
Mama's
What did you get when you let him
mama
up?
is wrong.
I'm saying.
I'm surprised you don't want to take a level in Paladin.
I was very tempted, but I also wanted
You
to
could
make
heal
sure I could
yourself.
stab people as they come at me first.
Rage and Smite.
Hell yeah. And heal yourself.
Listen, Valria, I'm
Lay
getting there,
hands.
okay? It's a long process.
You could be a Paladin of Bahamut.
Ah, I seem like the Torm people. They have a very nice looking sigil. Alright, I will follow you, Valria, to the letter people.
Alright,
Yes.
so you go to the Guard Outpost. It's not too far away because the temple's in the one ring away from the other ring.
Since the bodies aren't going to come back to life and they don't smell anymore, I've put them inside the bag of holding so that way people aren't staring at us.
That's a
Wow.
good idea.
I don't want to put them in there where they smell and wait until after they weren't bleeding all over my bags. I'm gonna
He didn't say they weren't bleeding.
Well, that's true. I assume. Alright, we're to the Guard Outpost.
If you want to look in the D&D text, that is the symbol on the chess piece.
the hand. Very nice.
Torm. Are they related to Mort? A weekend at Mort's?
This is the holy symbol of Bahamut.
A weekend at Mort.
Oh, Bahamut time. Oh, that's actually, I believe those are some witchers I met once.
The Platinum Dragon. That's what he's called.
Oh, that was a chocobo.
You're a chocobo. All right.
Alright, bro.
So, you make it to the Temple of Torm. It is very stoic. Mostly tall towers. And they do have some followers inside there, but mostly it's people in armor walking around. They're not one for sermons. You get up to the front gate, and you're stopped by a man in half plate. Oh, son. What can I help you with?
He must be talking to you, Arion. He said son. Valrea, can you please inform this man why we are here?
You have the crest?
Oh, we're here? I thought we were at the Guard Outpost.
Yep, I'm sorry. You went to the Guard Outpost first.
Yeah, I was confused.
I was
too.
like, okay, I guess we're here then.
Reverse.
I-
You get to the Guard Outpost.
I thought my intelligence was low.
Oh yeah, okay, then I'll hand over the letter, because I had that.
Someone just got to encounter the rust monster.
No! I was joking, yo.
Yeah, don't think I don't already have one ready. Got one ready. Just waiting for the right moment. So, yeah, you get to the Guard Outpost. It's a bit of a fortress that's kind of built on the outside of the actual main keep and castle. Almost like the very, very first line of defense, that if there was some kind of invasion that made it past the first 3 rings of the city, they would encounter this before they actually got into the keep itself.
Yep.
You're pretty much allowed right in. There's a couple clerks working at front desk, kind of taking reports. It looks like there's a line of people there filing complaints and various things. Think of a police station type of look to it. It's an old lady. Looks like she's just had enough of everyone's shit, wearing glasses, listening to some old man be like, and then those kids kicked my cane again. Sir, I've told you before, that's not a crime. It's harassment, but we don't care to harass children for kicking your cane. Have you considered not walking through their alleyway? I'm allowed to walk in whatever alleyway I want to walk through. Sir, we're not arresting children. Next, please. And she looks over to you.
I'll hand her the letter.
Okay, what do we have here? Looks like a letter addressed to the High Marshal from the Green Cloaks. Yada, yada, yada. You guys are not to be trusted, but maybe interrogate you, possibly arrest you, pending reply. Jones, did you get a letter from Lieutenant yesterday? Yes, ma'am. Hang on. Wait right here, ma'am.
Yes.
She compares the 2 notes. All right, looks like your stories did check out. Good news, you won't have to be arrested today.
Holla!
Oh, great.
So it looks like you did us a service and reclaimed some green cloaks. Do you have them on your person?
Yes, I do. 1 second.
We gave them back to the Green Cloaks themselves.
Let me see here. Letter doesn't specify. She looks at you. Nat 20 on her insight. I suppose I can trust you. You're being honest about that. I suppose you want some kind of reward for doing the king's work?
Well, yes. Talking to you is a great reward, but we'd also like something substantial. If that's the word I'm looking for.
All right, the quartermaster's down that hallway. She stamps something on the letter that you have and hands it back to you. Down that hallway, 3rd door on the right.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Much obliged.
Right. You go down the hallway on the right, the 3rd door. It looks like some kind of shop inside the actual police station. There's vials, there's potions, there's gear, equipment, ropes, backpacks, armor, all behind a desk. So you have a front desk there with someone working it, and you can kind of see all that stuff behind them. think of when you watch Boondock Saints and they walk into that room with all the guns and everything. That sort of room with just all kinds of arsenals and stuff there. Requisitions?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Requisitions. Were you requisitioning some equipment?
Ah, yes, I believe a reward, if that's what that means.
Do you have
I
any
hand the
document?
letter.
There we go. I see that you're the leader of this outfit. All
The
right.
babysitter, yes.
Aha!
Called the
She's amazing.
Heroes of Ashar. All right, Heroes of Ashar. And this says that you're entitled to 200 gold worth of equipment or gear of your choice. So, what will you be looking for? You need some arrows? Do you need some rope? Some potions? What can I help you with?
What's
I
the
turn
best?
around to the boys. Okay, boys, go look through the shop. What do you need?
What's the best thing you have for 200 gold?
Well, let's be strategic about that.
He eyes you up and down. 200 gold for you guys. I'd say you probably got a couple flaming javelins.
I do love me some javelins. But I think probably the best idea. How many healing potions could we get for that 200 gold? Do you have that?
You get 4 healing potions, or you get 1 better healing potion.
Could we
So we
get
get
1
4
better and 2 non-betters? And I can
do
give
one-
you some hand axes, maybe, at the same time that you can use to sell or improve upon.
Let's take a look at those hand axes. Put them up here on the counter. Let's take a look.
Alright, I put the hand axes on the shelf.
North make, huh? Haven't seen some of these in a little while. There's some North make hand axes. All right.
Not doing the +1 hand axes, the simple ones.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you want to keep your +1. I get that. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Protect
Make it
yourself on
sure.
the street. So how many of these you're looking to part with?
I can get rid of 5. No, you know what? 6, if you can make it 3 bad ones and 1 good one.
I think we can make that work for you.
Alright, let's do it.
So he takes out like a bin, just pulls the hand axes into the bin, slides it back underneath the counter, brings up 3 healing potions and 1 superior healing potion. The superior healing potion is actually in D&D Beyond, so you can just make a note for the 3 regulars and the superior.
Who wants the regulars and who wants the superior?
I'll get a regular.
I'll take a regular, because I'll probably need it.
I'm assuming I should take the superior.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So what's the
Ones.
regular?
1D. What was it again?
1d4
So-
plus 2, I think.
It's 2d8 plus. I'm sorry, not 2d8. 2d4 plus 2 is a regular healing potion.
2d4?
Plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
That's 8d4 plus 8, man, that's a lot. Same potions don't play.
I already have one, so I would have 2.
You could have 2 of those, though.
You got 2 of those things?
You
Hold
do
it up,
have
order.
to use.
He had 1 he didn't use yet.
Order. Maybe I should take a superior and a regular one then.
No, you're fine.
This guy over here who doesn't even stand in the same room as the bad guys has 2 healing potions.
But then you'll ask me for one anyway.
Be like, Arion, you're not using your bonus action anyway. Come pour a potion in my mouth while I fight.
Pour some potions on me!
Like one of those beer caps that have magic potions in them.
Did you hear what he said? He
Can I
said,
get
"Go
this
put-"
healing potion turned into an oil where you just dump it on me and it soaks into my skin?
No. I'm gonna dip the arrow into the potion and shoot it at you.
Just shoot me with... Ah! I've been taking 8 damage and healed for 4! Haha! Great!
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
damage.
He'd say non-lethal.
Okay. Yes, one more question for you, Mr. Quartermaster.
Yeah, what's up?
I have some fine clothing, some adventurer's gear, you might say. About 3 packs of them. How many arrows, magical arrows, could we get for that? Maybe like fire arrows or some sort like that.
Let's see those close. You got a model or something? Who's gonna wear them?
Arion has the best fine average eyes. He can put them on and show you them.
Is he gonna wear them on his eyes? His glasses or monocles? What we got?
Well, you'll find out in a second. It's quite the show.
Alright, let's take a look.
Alright, Arion, show him the clothes. There you go. Look at that. You're not buying when he does that.
All right, well, I've got some nice green vest there, some nice poofy white sleeves. Okay, a little bit of blood stains on though. That's gonna dock you a little bit.
Ah, those aren't blood stains. That's supposed to be that way. It's to scare people.
No, that's blood stain. I've seen blood stain. I work in a. You see where I work? I see blood
It's a new
stains.
fashion for adventurers.
Oh, see, Arion knows.
Yeah, you might want to take these to a trading post or market. Not going to have much good for those over here in the requisitions office.
So tell me, Quartermaster, what might you have for somebody who likes to go unseen?
Somebody who likes to go unseen?
Yeah.
Got a exit door.
Yes. 1 point for the quartermaster. Yes. I have one last thing to sell. I have a great axe available. What can we get for this great axe?
Yeah, great axe there. Let's take a look at the quality of it.
I believe it usually goes for 30 gold pieces. It weighs 7 pounds. It's for slashing. It's 1d12 plus 4 damage, 5 feet range.
Is 30 the amount that it costs in the player's handbook?
In the D&D Beyond, yeah.
Then it would give you 15 for it.
I lied. I have 2. One's worth 30 and one's worth... Oh, never mind. That's the glaive that's worth 20. Okay, yeah. Maybe 15?
Yep.
How many arrows can I get for it? Fire arrows. 2?
Oh, fire arrows?
2 fire arrows. 1?
None.
None.
Do you have anything extra to add with that? You got 3 great axes?
I have 1 great axe. I would like to keep one for myself, just in case you never know. You never know.
Tell you what. Put those fancy clothes there. That bundle of fancy clothes and that great axe, and I can get you a fire arrow for that. I guess one of my agents might be able to use that when they're going undercover.
Only 1 fire arrow? Because these fine clothes are worth 15 gold piece a pop. That's looking at, 15, let's say 20 for the fine clothes, 15, 30, 35 total for all 4 of those things.
Okay, so you do that, an additional 15 gold, and I can give you a fire arrow.
I see, we backtracked a little bit. Alright, you had me at hello. I will give you the 3 fine clothes and a great axe for a fire arrow.
Okay. There you go.
Alright, add a fire arrow to your inventory area.
This place is expensive.
Listen, I just unloaded... Those fine clothes were 6 pounds a pop. I just unloaded 18 pounds. Plus another 7
Basically
pounds.
at the police station, and we're trying to haggle the policeman. That's cool.
Listen, I just got rid of about 40 pounds of weight off my body.
Are you gonna get rid of some of those javelins?
I don't know where my javelins went.
It's like the javelins are very precious to me.
The javelins in my backpack.
You have like 5 of them.
I've had them my whole venturing career.
I'm looking for them. I don't see them anywhere in my stuffs. They must be in my bag of holding.
My javelins are like what I like to hold on to when someone's just far away that I can't reach them.
It's true.
And not think about the fact that I could throw a javelin at them.
I don't see my javelins. They're gone. Someone stole my javelins. I think Benji did it.
Yeah, it could have happened.
So we have 6 fire.
Did I lose my javelins when I was talking in the street?
Yep.
What? You lost gold? I
Yeah,
lost
those little
javelins?
kids that were running by. You didn't see
Those
them?
kids stole my javelins?
You were encumbered by an egg.
You know what? I believe those kids took my word to heart. They wanted to be heroes and took some javelins upon themselves. More power to them. I can't wait. I hope they use them correctly. And I hope they sign the waiver so I'm not responsible for any injuries.
Well, we gotta go get the pointy things away from the kids now.
I'm glad they didn't get the tinderbox and torch.
You were inside the dark dungeon and you're like, oh, we don't have any matches, we don't have any torches. Guess what a tinderbox is?
I know what it is. I didn't want to use it. I only have 1,
You can buy more.
A tinderbox is a box of matches, sir. It's not 1.
I don't know. Reminds me, Quartermaster. Do you have any interest in a water skin full of ooze?
No.
Well, tough crowd. Do you know who might?
Go down to the cell. You could ask any of the people in the cell blocks, and they'd probably swap you 1 for 1.
All right. Appreciate your company, and I hope you have a glorious day. Make sure you tip your waitress on the way out, the lady with the glasses and the cane. She seems like she could use the tip.
Oh, she gets the tip.
Ah, yes. Did anyone else have anything
care.
before I leave us?
No, my character is uncomfortable in the police station.
Yeah, stay safe out there.
That's right. Alright, Valerie, I'm following you again. On to the next.
Going to Torn.
Alright, so you guys make it back over to the Temple of Torm, and that encounter that I roleplayed earlier happened just now.
Haha! Deja vu! I feel like I've had this happen before. You ever had that happen when you're in a dream and you wake up and you're like, oh, I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Felt like that happened to me just earlier today, too. That's weird.
Ah, same. Two great minds, one great thought. Now, sir, do you, I believe, we talking to old Bartholomew, old Barty, I call him. He believed this belonged to one of your paladins. We found him in the sewers. They were doing a ritual on him. And I pull out the sigil and I show him.
We had not heard back from Sir Eckhart in a while. Where did he fall?
I don't know where he fell, but his body was discovered in the sewers.
Did you recover it?
Unfortunately, it was quite crispy and unrecoverable. His sigil is the only
He had
thing
a pyre.
Yes. The sigil is the only thing that we could recover from his body. I wanted to make sure to get it to you guys to know what happened to him and maybe alert his family if he has some.
That's very gracious of you. He holds out a white cloth for you to put the sigil on.
Alright, I look at the white cloth and I would like to investigate it. No, I'm just kidding. I put it on the white cloth.
He wraps it up reverently, kind of like you'd see someone fold a flag up. Follow me.
I will follow you. I follow him.
Right. He goes up to the dais at the front. It looks like there's different pedestals there, kind of celebrating different fallen heroes, and he puts it on a blank pedestal. Says a prayer in Celestial, so anybody who speaks Celestial can hear him give tribute to one of their fallen, and prays to the god of Torm to accept his soul into the heavens to help guard and protect for all time. When he finishes his prayer, he turns around. I believe that this is the best that our temple can currently offer. We've been on hard times. We've been stretched thin. And he holds out some vials of water for you. You now have 5 vials of holy water.
Ah, yes, I've been looking for some of this. You are a saint. Well, you might not be a saint, but I think you're very saintly.
Fortunately, the best we can do right now.
It is appreciated, and it is not gone unnoticed. Question for you, my good man.
Indeed.
I found, or we encountered, or I guess might be the better words for it. We encountered some ooze-type creatures. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but I was able to get a sample of it in a water bottle. Is there anything you guys could use that for?
Let me take a look at that.
Alright, I hand him the water skin that has it in there.
Ooh. Oh, no. God, no.
I wouldn't touch it. It's acidic.
Do you know anyone who might have use of this, or need it for experimental things, or anything of the sort?
Possibly a mage or an alchemist, but no, that has no religious significance for us.
Alright. Well, luckily I'm on my way to the mages next. It is appreciated, and is there anything that you are in need of? We have actually just finished our last mission, and if you, should you need us, we might be able to work for something.
Well,
I know you only have holy water, but we're still willing to help.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm very persuasive. 19.
19?
Yep.
So
So my
you
persuasion is
mentioned
actually one of my good ones.
Our recruitment of new soldiers has been down of late with the wars that have just gone on, and with the troubles going on up north. Should you encounter anybody who's looking for guidance in their life of purpose, send them this way. We're looking to train new paladins and up our ranks some.
Get all the kids.
If they
I was
come
about
from
to say it there,
you,
young.
we can make sure that if they fan out, that the blessings are sent your way for them.
What's the age requirement you're looking for? For I I had a bunch of people following me in the streets that looked like they were ready to learn to be heroes.
No, squires can start as soon as they're strong enough to hold a sword.
Well, I know they're strong enough to hold a javelin.
Odd comparison, but okay.
Ah, yes. Javelins are the warrior's beginner weapon. Well, maybe not warrior.
I believe a lot of tribal folk have their children use javelins in place of spears. I've not lead it myself, but I've heard such things happen on the plains.
Yes, the plains. With the Indians.
The heroes of my share will send them.
Yes.
That's us. The heroes of my share.
Good to know. I will put you down inside of the record books.
Oh, yes. We're in the record books, boys. Ha ha! We've done it! Ha ha! We can retire!
And he actually does, he goes over to a book that's over on the side, and remains of Sir Eckhart recovered by the heroes of Ashir. Did you wish to record the names of the heroes of Ashir for the record as well?
Oh, yes. Please put us down. My name is Heskan Neurixius.
Neurixius.
I was just about to ask you if you've heard of Neurixius. That was my next question after you wrote our names down.
Indeed. And he eyes you, just now realizing you're a white Dragonborn.
I'm glad you don't see
his
color.
eyes kind of glow golden for a second. Your alignment's not evil, are you?
No.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay.
Calm down. I'm one of the good ones.
There's been some trouble with Neurixius's. Do you know your sires?
Unfortunately, I do not. And as a matter of fact, we've also been encountering some troubles with Neurixius as well. We've actually been working against the person putting a bad name on my name.
Indeed, the Neurixius that we're familiar with, there was a...
Maxine?
Well, I don't know of a Maxine Neurixius, but there is a Neurixius, a dragon, that used to... we used to send crusaders to attempt to bring it down. We were never able to kill it or find its lair for certain, but it used to try and extort the village people in the villages to the north of here, between Mistvale and here. We never did manage to lock it down, but it's been a plague upon some of the villagers and some of the worshippers of Torm for hundreds of years.
Indeed.
Question, do you think my dragon friend's name would trouble anybody else? Should he, leave that part off?
Not many know of it. Only certain paladins, certain people who've done crusades, or are familiar with the histories of those who've done acts of valor.
Now, you said you sent them on these crusades and on the way. Where might we go to venture to find this? For I would like to find more about my history.
There are mountains between Ashir and Mistvale. It's you may have heard of it, but the volcano, where it's rumored that Chardalon was put to sleep. That mountain range itself is where the lair of Neurixius was rumored to be. Many of the crusades went into that mountain range, and half the crusaders who attempted to find the lair and put her down never returned. The other ones who did oftentimes came back after fighting various foes and whatnot, but not actually being able to find the lair of Neurixius.
Great to know, great to know. That might be something we want to look into someday, Valrea and Hajile and such.
Everyone.
Yes, my name is Hajile, the one with the medium, normal eyes.
I have our tome of histories here. We don't keep copies of it to send off, but if you plan on staying inside of our barracks or anything like that, you're welcome to borrow the book and read it while you're here, or transcribe it, depending on how fast you are with your quill.
Not very fast, but I'm great at dragon chess.
Well, I was answering Valrea's question in the chat there.
Yes.
How fast can you read, Heskan?
I can read like the Dickens. Very fast.
Would you like to stay and read a little bit about your history?
Well, I don't see why not. Haha.
Very well. Come with me.
All right.
His name is Haha now. I'm not going to call him Heskan, I'm going to call him Haha.
Haha. Yes.
So he takes you off into an antechamber that appears to be the temple's library. And he pauses at one shelf, grabs a book off of it, goes, pauses at another shelf, grabs a book off of it, and it's like the tales of Sir so-and-so, the tales of Sir so-and-so. And it's basically a lot of different crusaders and knights over the years. All of these ones have had different encounters with Nyrixius, or Nyrixius's cult's followers, and their different encounters that they've had. These books are not to leave this room, you understand, but you may stay in here at your leisure and read away as you'd like. I can make sure that you can use this table over here and keep the books here. If you plan on coming and going from the temple, they'll be here waiting for you as long as you don't leave with them.
That sounds great.
Okay. So, you gonna sit down and read the books here for a while now, or are you gonna come back to them later?
I kind of just did that also to stall since we're not going to
Yes,
the
I
academy.
say I can sit down and read them.
Make a history check with advantage.
With advantage, excellent. 3. And giving it as an advantage, 13. And let me see if I have any history modifiers. So plus 2, so 15.
Okay, and Valrea, you as well, since you said you'll help him?
Which is very helpful.
Wait, with advantage or just normal?
Yeah.
With advantage.
16.
16? Okay. So with the 15 and 16, you guys are breezing through the books, and you're trying to find specific passages relating to Nyrixius. It's a little bit of a challenge because each of these books are dedicated to a certain knight in itself, not just to Nyrixius. So there's not a compiled just Nyrixius book. It's just passages where the name is somewhere inside the book, and there's no table of contents and these kind of things. They're more written like journals. But you come across two different things, each of you does. The one that you find, Heskan, is about a cult called the Cult of the Dragon. And in it, it's revealed that Nyrixius was an ancient white dragon that was a devout follower of Tiamat and one of her lieutenants that helped when Ashardalon was put to sleep. So the magic that went into putting Ashardalon to sleep, Nyrixius was key in whatever was done to do that. And her cults lent their magic and their power in doing that as well. The part that you found, Valrea, is that Nyrixius herself, so Nyrixius is found to be a her, has never been killed, but was known to have sired several offspring and was known to take the form of different humanoid races with the specific purpose of breeding offspring, and then either what this knight found out was hundreds of years ago would attempt to install phylacteries in these offspring in the event that she herself was ever slain. Her spirit might have the ability to inhabit the body of one of her offspring. So this particular knight made it his purpose to try and track down any of the offspring of Nyrixius to end them.
So he might have been hunting me down, essentially. Rude.
Valria closes the book, looks at Heskan, and
Nothing
goes,
to see here, Heskan. Let's get on out of here.
So
These guys were
we
nice.
will end it there for the night. I did say this would be a shorter session that'd be mostly shopping and kind of resolving some of the stuff around town so we can make sure we had a chance for Vam to join in on things.
Is it daytime when we turned all these things in?
Yep. So it'll be, you've got about 3 hours before nightfall. Yeah, that's what you found so far.
So next
When I
time,
come back-
next time we
when
need
I come
to
back,
go to the Archmage people, and then pick up our full plate and rewards from the priest people.
And when we come back, during that 3 hour time while we're in there, I was quickly going around to see how many pockets I could pickpocket so we could figure that out.
Okay, were you doing that in the temple?
No, outside the temple.
Okay.
So this guy's like, I'm gonna pickpocket a clerk. It was the last thing I do.
No.
You probably ran into kids that having javelin fights in the streets.
Right.
All right, so first
Talking
I
about
want to
javelins
have
back.
you 3 checks for me. First, make a perception check to see if you can find some good marks.
Hopefully this is terrible. He just kept finding more paladins, so he kept trying to pickpocket.
They're all paladins.
Now make a stealth check to see how sneaky you are about
Oh,
it.
come on, be low.
These are the
Okay.
lowest rolls I've ever had on these.
This
Now
is
do
amazing.
your sleight of hand to see how good you are about
All right, looks like next time.
Okay. So the good news is you're not caught.
Oh. The bad news is you were tiptoeing around and everyone saw you looking weird.
The bad news is you weren't caught because you realized you would have been caught as you picked really bad marks and you were not very inconspicuous. You did not really hide the fact that you're a tiefling, and this is not a tiefling heavy part of town. So people were kind of keeping an eye on you already. It's kind of like when you're playing Skyrim and your stealth thing is just a full open eye. People are like, oh, I see you're looking at my pockets. Why are you doing that, buddy? So, all in all, you are able to scrounge up 46 copper.
I found that in my couch.
Hey, I have to practice to get better.
So you do get 46 copper, but
It'll pay off one
you
day.
did not
That's too
you did
funny.
not find the best of marks, and then you were not able to really sneak up on him in the middle of the day. Just
No.
bad area of town, bad time of day, not
Too
a good
many-
clientele to pickpocket from.
Too bright, too many temples.
Might I
So-
suggest we also take a long rest someday? Where I can only rage one more time.
When nightfall hits.
Yes.
Do
So-
we want to go to the temple and rest?
No, yeah.
No, we're going to call it where we're at right now, so we can pick it up and go back to
Pick it
the
up the
arcane
second
mage
spot
people
where-
and that stuff afterwards.
Yep.
All right. Hey, I'm glad everyone was able to still hop on and get this part taken care of. That was good.
Woot.
We'll plan on next Tuesday again, hopefully.
Yep, that's planned next
Yep.
Tuesday.
And the 11th, I think, is when Lost Ark comes out, which is
Correct,
Friday.
That's Friday. Yep.
So maybe we can all hop on that Friday or Saturday or something like that and get some games in, if I have enough
Yeah.
for my computer.
Give me a 2 or 3 hour heads up Hodor, and I should be able to pull it off.
Okay. Sounds groovy. I might have to stop by Mom's house, visit.
that was
burn.
that was one of my favorite mom exchanges ever.
Well, it was brutal. She's like,
she
"Ah."
came out guns
she was
blazing.
snarky.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, we have a family thread through Facebook Messenger, and our mom went on there and lit Dale up for not coming over to visit.
For those of you that don't know my mom, she is no holds barred when it comes to like being brutally honest.
Blunt.
Like she'll be like, "Hey, fatty." They won't really say it like that, but she's like, "Hey, have you gained weight?" No, I haven't, but thanks for thinking I did. Type thing.
She very much is like that. Yeah,
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
tough crap.
it's hilarious, but we
Yeah.
call it momism.
It's really fun when it doesn't happen to you. But once you get hit by it, you're like, "Ah, my heart just stings."
And everyone else gets to have fun then, watching
Yes.
it happen.
So everyone was laughing at me for apparently I'm a bad son. I don't go visit enough, type thing.
You live in the same town as her, 20 minutes away.
She's
been
never home.
She's been home for 3 weeks.
She's been home for a week, and we saw her that weekend.
At her house?
No, but we saw her.
You see her when she makes the effort to go see you.
That's true. Now I don't even want to ask her to babysit anymore.
Harsh.
Hey, Mom, me and Rick would love to go out on a date for Valentine's Day, but I'm not going to ask you. I just want to let you know we're thinking about going out on
But
one.
we'll come over to your house and we'll bring the kids to your house.
Yeah,
for
we'll
you to
drop the
watch it.
we'll drop the kids off at your house. That way you visit them. There you go. All right. Anyways, I am going to go downstairs and watch the show with the missus. I hope everyone has a great night. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you stop by, and I will have it uploaded to YouTube in no time.
Alright.
Perfect. All right.
Next week.
Again, had fun, everyone. Hopefully you guys did as well.
Yeah, indeed. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Make
Yeah.
some money. Get some items.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, you guys.
Night.
See ya.
Hi.
One last thing.
Oh, one last thing.
Amanda, I'm not
Yep.
sure how Vam's keeping track of his Steel Defender part. I don't know if he's got like a separate sheet of paper for it or what, because I don't see it on D&D Beyond where he's able to do that.
There's like a certain website he went to. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
It's got
but-
like the specific stats and stuff on it.
Okay, so I don't know if you can manually change it or what you can do, because I don't know if, strictly speaking, you're normally supposed to be able to change its plating to like a full plate type plating. So he may just have to manually do it, but have him change it to full plates with the fire resistance.
Well, so how much armor
And what's
class
the
is that?
AC supposed to be?
That'd be 18 armor class.
Okay.
So he just has to
So
remember
go-
he's an 18 armor class. So he's 19
Yeah.
armor class now with the ring.
Correct.
Nice.
So to go to 19 with fire resistance, total armor class.
So if we get him a shield, he'll be at 21.
Correct.
I'm going to need to find a way to increase my armor class. Like, I'm over here really squishy, guys. I'm like a
Yeah, but you're not
mage.
supposed to take hits.
Yeah, you can take it still as a rogue.
Yeah, I'm saying not supposed to take hits, but yeah, we
Well,
can try to. Eventually,
you
we
do
can try to find
have,
everybody a +1 armor class ring or something like that.
Well, rings are actually supposed to be way more expensive. I gave you a chance to get that one early on, but rings are actually supposed to be pretty rare. Most people don't get rings till they're like
What
level
about
8.
Blazer?
Even like their first ring till they're like level 8.
Oh well.
Do you have that roll with the punches ability yet?
Yeah, I just took fighter.
Okay. Because rogues get that as a reaction. You can roll with the punch and take half damage later on. But
Yes,
I would
not yet.
think-
I haven't seen it come up yet, but I'll be keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, I would have
The-
taken fighter too. That offhand dexterity bonus damage is just nice.
The
Especially if you take a couple levels and you get your second wind, action focus.
the player's handbook I have has all this stuff that I'd be able to use for next levels as well, right? So I can start looking at my next level stuff. Or will we be missing something?
It won't have the stuff for your subclass specifically, but have the rest of it. Yes.
But I'll have all my barbarian class, and if I wanted to go to a different class, it'll have all that stuff too. I can just see what
Correct.
it would have for first level, etc.
Correct. And
Okay.
if you go into the multi-classing part, it'll tell you the prerequisites. For
Yeah, and I saw that.
multi-classing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
the
mean,
only
I got what I
prerequisites-
wanted. I wanted level 4 for this. I need to see what level 5 has, or if I'd rather have something else for level 1.
Level
and then
5 lets you
mix.
have an extra attack. That's the main thing. Level 5.
Well, why would I think? It looks like I'm not going no paladin cleric stuff yet. I got an extra attack. I was like, imagine if I had the speed potion, I get 3 attacks. Ooh,
Yeah. Level 5, you get an additional attack.
okay. Well, I'm gonna look into all that. I would suggest everyone else looks into their level 5 stuff too, and they'll probably have a couple weeks before we get it, maybe 3 weeks or so. I don't know. But
Yep.
It'd be a little. Yeah.
yeah, this we just leveled.
We're gonna
Right.
go watch some TV. Have a great one.
Night night.
So, night everyone.
Night. See ya.
Alright.